To the goal, this is man. About to do a quick little video. Video gonna be a quick little response in regards to a question about friends. Now y'all know, well, this person probably don't know, probably new to the channel. I spoke about friends, what your relationships really is in past videos, breaking it down from a solar spectrum, you know what I mean, that is basically cells interlinking. The cells would be the body. The interlink would have to do with the type of vibration or program that the body is simulating. You know what I mean? You assimilate and simulate. So when you look at like your friends, if you really pay attention to the people that you call your friends, you will see that y'all are bonded by habits. Habits is the bond that keeps y'all interlinking. It keeps y'all interlinking. Now, I'm gonna break it up a little bit higher so people can, you know what I'm saying, get a more powerful feed. You got to know that we are in a, as I stated before, a sophisticated computer. Just like when you have, say you got PlayStation and you got the game Call of Duty. You playing PlayStation with Call of Duty. Somebody else, they don't got PlayStation, so they ain't gonna have Call of Duty. So therefore, y'all not gonna be able to interlink and connect with each other and simulate an artificial depiction, which is known as friendship, when it comes to y'all both playing that Call of Duty. In other words, you got the PlayStation with the Call of Duty. This person ain't got no PlayStation, no Call of Duty. So therefore, y'all won't connect. And because y'all won't connect, y'all won't establish what they cloak. Interlink, cellular interlink. Habits, which you adopted from the Matrix. They cloak that with the word friendship. Friendship is a surface layer that when you go into the depths and break up what friendship is, these people are talking about friend this and friend that, that's my friend, that's my people. You will see that if you go into the friendship, that all of these people came together by way of a habit. A habit. They try to downplay it and make it casually accepted when they say, oh, we have such and such in common. We have this in common. We have that in common. So we exercise that common interlink. And now we establish what society determines as a friendship, a relationship. Relay. What are you relaying? You're relaying programs. What is the ship? Your vessel. You're relaying energy that you downloaded from the Matrix, and that energy has been configured to represent a specific type of activity. Bicycle riding, snowboarding, bungee jumping, video games, smoking blunts, bending these corners looking for twing twang, whatever. Those are all programs. So the person with the PlayStation and the Call of Duty, he got the program, but somebody else don't have the program and the console, which would be the vessel, and they don't have the software, which would be Call of Duty, and they don't have the type of consciousness interlink, which would be the internet. That's the vocal communication. Look at the internet as a vocal communication. Hey yo fam, blah blah blah, what up, what you like to do. That would be the internet. What you would now relay what you like to do, that would be the Call of Duty disc. When you speaking that, is going into the vessel of the individual that you're talking to, which would be the console, the PlayStation. So because this individual don't have the video games, y'all won't establish this hybridized relationship, this hybridized connection. You're simulating friendships down here in the matrix. But if somebody got the PlayStation and they got the Call of Duty, and somebody else got the PlayStation and they got the Call of Duty, now they have a program in common. You know, they both downloaded the program into their vessel. Now they are looking for people that has that same common interest as them. So now they could establish this relationship. In other words, they use the Call of Duty as a medium to establish a hybridized link that has to do with a friendship. Take it outside of the digital world. Let's put it in this physical world, because this physical world that we're in, you got to know that physics are not solid objects. I know that's how they trained us to see physics. Physics have to do with energy that's being manipulated, because that's what physics is. Physics is movement. Things that are moving. Physics is not solid objects. Solid objects is the result of physics. Moving energy to a degree that it becomes manipulated, now it is solid. You know what I'm saying? Now it is solid. Now it is solid. Regardless what they tell you physics is. Physics is movement. And anything that is moving is being manipulated by a programmer. By a programmer. So now you take it into this physical reality and you see people doing things together. Going to Coney Island. Going to the movie theater. And I ain't saying there's anything wrong or right with doing these things. I'm just identifying the obvious. Going to Coney Island. Going to Great Adventure. Going out to these resorts. What are they doing? What are they actually doing? They playing a more advanced version of a video game. Because the people that they hang out with downloaded the program in their console. See, now when I'm describing it from this dimension, the console or the PlayStation or the Xbox or the PC, that now becomes your vessel. Your vessel now is the PlayStation. You download the program, you know, like the Call of Duty. When you put the Call of Duty in your video game, it downloaded to the hard drive, which is the memory. You know what I'm saying? The memory. The memory that's installed in a hard drive that they got from the disk, which is a program, plays out in this physical reality as the property. Property in regards to areas that you go to that people build businesses there. Whether it's a movie theater, a Broadway theater, a amusement park, a water world, you know what I'm saying, a resort, any one of these types of businesses that people engage in. That is the program that's installed in the hard drive of this matrix known as Earth. Because Earth got hella memory. Hella memory Earth has. You know? But how you download it now is by looking at it and experiencing it. Now you download the memories, which is pre-programs, pre-simulated experiences. You now downloaded it into your hard drive, your brain. You know what I'm saying? Hippocampus gland and all that in your blood. And now it's like you and your other peoples who's engaging in that type of reality, they are like people that you met online playing a video game. Y'all all came together because y'all had this video game in common, this PlayStation in common through the internet, which is a way of cybernetic communication. Cybernetic communication, interlinking, experiencing, you know what I'm saying, which on a more breakdown level is all energy particles. Energy particles coming together on a cyber link. But however, in this physical reality, you now come together on a physical link. Not the cyber link, like the video game. This is just a more sophisticated video game. You coming together on a cyber link. I mean, a physical link. A link that's based in physics. Meaning that your makeup is being manipulated. Because that's what physics is, manipulated energy. Your physics, your physique is being manipulated by how this motherboard, Earth, the Matrix, programs you to see reality. So now you exercising all of these programs. You hanging out with these people, 2, 3, 4 people, is like you playing a multiplayer game online. Online, they have it where you could play. 2 people could play together, 3 people could play together, 4 people could play together, 10 people could play together, 60 people could play together, 100 people. They got games where 200 people could play together. You know what I'm saying? But this and the amount of people that could play together on a video game is limited based on the hardware capabilities. You know what I'm saying? Based on the hardware capabilities, it depends on how many people could join a lobby and get in a game and play together. But in this matrix, this video game, it's a hell of a lot more memory. Because the PC is limited with the processing power and the memory, the storage. So that determines how much people could get in the game. But with Earth, it's hella memory and hella processing power. So, you know, they build things like stadiums. That's a lobby. When you're looking at stadiums, basketball stadiums, football stadiums, Super Bowl, the World Cup, Stanley Cup, the World Cup football for the Ukraine people, you're looking at a lobby. They have the lobbies they call it lobbies in the video game. Everybody, before the game starts, you know, you get online. Before the game actually starts, you go in what is known as a lobby. Everybody joined the lobby who got the game. Then there's an initial countdown to when the game starts. And then everybody start playing the game. In this realm, it's being demonstrated on a bigger level. Football, basketball, all these types of entertainment. Stadiums that hold hundreds of thousands of people. Because Earth has way more memory, way more processing power, so it could store more players. It could store more players. When people playing video games online, they have spectators that's watching them on like streaming outlets. These streaming outlets out there where people could go online and watch people play video games. Is the same thing happening in this dimension? The people in the stands are watching people play a more sophisticated video game. They have a number count. Everybody get in the lobby. You know, the lobby would be the players. The basketball players. They get in the lobby, which would be the stadium. The locker room. The waiting room would be the lobby, the locker room. The baseball players, the basketball players, the football players, the Olympics. You know what I'm saying? The NASCAR drivers, they all wait in the lobby because they all the players. The people in the audience, the spectators, they will be the ones who's watching the stream through these streaming outlets where you could hook up your game to and people could just sit back and watch you play video games. You know what I'm saying? But this is a more sophisticated video game. But the people in the audience or the stands, they are only there because they downloaded the program and they have an interlink. Their vessels became the video game console. They downloaded the software. This is my team. My pops used to deal with this team, so I'm with this team. My mom's about this team, so you know we about this team. My brother like this team. I look up to my brother, you know, so I'm downloading this program. So we all about the New York Giants. Programs. Interlink. There is no such thing as a friendship. Friendship is an illusion. See, when you go and you start breaking down what this reality really is, you got to know that when you hear these people say things like, let me use me as an example. When you hear me say things like Earth is an illusion, I'm not only indicating that from this planet. You got to know that everything that sustains this damn planet, and I'm talking about in regards to how they got all these operations being operated, that's an illusion as well. Your damn wife is an illusion. Your kids is an illusion. You know what I'm saying? It's all an illusion. Nothing clean can come from something unclean. Your relationships, your house, your whole consciousness is a freaking illusion, man. It's all came into existence by way of physics, programs, manipulating energy. If anybody should be manipulating your energy, it should be you. You should be the one manipulating your own energy. For the carbonated beings. I ain't talking about the humans, because that's what they was programmed for. You know what I mean? They programmed for all of that. You know what I mean? So when you see people go hang out together, like cats be hitting up the bar, the club, you know, they go to baseball games and, you know, they just go hang out. You're looking at multiplayers. Multiplayer is like a video game. They playing. That's why they call the guys player and the girls player. Because you are literally playing a game. You're literally playing a game. Literally. Not even hypothetically speaking or figuratively speaking. You are literally playing a game. How you know this? Because to every engagement that you engage in, I don't care what type of freaking engagement, you could go to a damn wedding engagement, a shower, you know what I'm saying? You go in the military, whatever it is, it all have rules. The rules is the codes or the program on how the simulation is supposed to be simulated. You know what I'm saying? You're in a program. You're inside a hell of a projection. As I stated before, when the beasts come out with the technology to create a projector that could actually project the image and make that image solid, that's when people are going to really understand what I've been saying, that the sun is projecting all these damn fake planets. You know what I'm saying? Which is really moons in this solar system. Because it's kind of hard for people to understand that when you be like, what you mean everything is being projected? It's hard because, you know, their minds, they haven't been using their minds for thousands of incarnations. What they have been using is their brains. You got to know the mind is the etheric version of the brain. They haven't been using the mind, and you need soul power to use the mind. You don't need no brain power the brain power has nothing to do with the mind. You know what I'm saying? You need soul power to use the mind, because the mind deals with the higher senses. When you're able to go past the brain frequency, you're now able to access higher senses, and those higher senses is stored or is accessible in the mind. And you could only access that if you raise your freaking vibration. You need energy. You need power. I stated before, you need power, man. You need hella power. But I communicated with those damn beings, bruh. Yo, as I stated before, it felt like my brain was turning into freaking mutagen, son. That let me know that it wasn't that they wasn't communicating with me. Is that I was not operable energy-wise to communicate with them. You need power to talk to the gods. You can't be coming to the gods on your head, hands on your knees, begging, because that shows that you're weak. Because if you had power, you wouldn't be on your hands or your knees and you wouldn't be begging. So for the mere fact you praying on your hands and knees begging, you're weak. You're drained. You haven't been charged up in eons. And you could only communicate with them if you raise your energy. See, they want you to see one of the main sources of charging you, which is the sun, as an activity enhancer. You know, a player in a video game. The sun is just there so I could just have a barbecue and go outside, chase girls and go jog and, you know, do cartwheels in the park and play frisbee with Pluto. No. 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 The sun is there to keep you charged up because you are deep in space. We are in a black hole. I know that sounds bugged out, but they're going to start jumping on the wagon. As I stated before, the template to create hybrid planets is a black hole. The light shines into the black hole, and how the energy is coded into the black hole, you now see that light begin to shake, shift, and bend and turn into matter. You need a hell of a lot of energy to convert light into matter. That energy comes from a black hole. Why you think these scientists was effing around with black holes? Because they was trying to create matter on a higher dimension. Not this slow matter how they be, because they're not really creating matter in this dimension. You know what I'm saying? The matter is already here. All they doing is converting matter into matter. They trying to take it to a next level where they could just shape shift energy directly into matter. And in order for you to do that, you need hella energy, and that energy is in a black hole. Black hole, they trained you to see a black hole as something that just suck up all the damn things, and you know, that's it. You go into another dimension, you don't know where the hell you at. No. Black hole is a energy that operates in a sequence that when communication is known as light, which is programs, interact with it accordingly, it can now materialize the light spectrum into existence. You know what I'm saying? Why you think your water swirls? You flush it down the toilet. Your so-called yin-yang energy is black hole energy. You know what I mean? When you're looking at black hole, that swirl, you're looking at positives and negatives. The main hub, the main freaking hub that is needed to create planets. You know what I mean? But so you're looking at multiplayers, man. Multiplayers. So you don't have any friends. In the Matrix, dealing with the illusion you have friends, but when you go outside the freaking box, you see that they are no friends. They are just manifestations of weaknesses and uncertainties that exist in your analytical skills. You don't have ability you don't have ability to process what you're really looking at, what you're really experiencing. So now, the way how this dimension works, if you can't figure things out, it would appear in your face. Notice that you hear people say things like, this is something my grandfather always used to say. He always used to be like, yo, if you don't listen, you're going to feel. Like, you don't listen, you're going to feel. And that plays out with, if you don't understand something, it'll be right in your face. It'll be in your face in 3D. Girls who always get in effed up relationships, all they need to do is look at their partner. That's the reason why you get in effed up relationships, because you're looking at a reflection of your thoughts. You're looking at a reflection of your thoughts. Your friends are nothing more than a reflection of a program that you're running. You running a program of smoking cigarettes, you link up with somebody who smokes cigarettes. Y'all smoke cigarettes together. You looking at that person, yo, that's my homie. That's not your homie. That's your weakness. You're looking at a weakness. It's showing you the weakness. Whatever y'all got in common is weaknesses. And the opposite polarity is created simultaneously as well. For those who have weaknesses, you have people that got strengths. When you have certain strengths inside of you, that would appear in your face as well with people. Certain people. It doesn't only have one outlet. It goes both ways in this dimension. This is a dualistic realm that we're in. You know what I'm saying? So when you got certain strengths, certain people that you have in your life are there because you share the same strength. And y'all both enhance each other by exercising that strength through each other, which has to do with cooperating. You have people that cooperate with each other to ascend. And then you have people that cooperate with each other to descend. The egotistical people cooperate with each other to descend. How do they do it? Yo, fam, spark me up. Yo, how much you got on the bottle, fam? Yo, pulling that Popeye's drive-through. Yo, look at Shorty over there, son. Yo, that Shorty who just moved on the block. I heard she a frizzle. Yo, let's train that. Those are people who participate in the descending, who help you descend. People who help you ascend. Yo, we about to go over here. We about to get this organic food. You know, we about to go to the crib. We about to cook our own food. Yo, we about to start this up. Yo, we about to exercise. We about to do this. We about to do that. We about to have this high etheric conversation. We about to do this. About to do that. The people, they enhance you. Y'all cooperating with each other, sharing ideas, and y'all coming up with bigger ideas. Because ideas are a piece of a puzzle. When you're looking at ideas, they are pieces that exist on a bigger idea. That's why people put ideas together and come up with something big. Those big ideas would have never came into existence if those people was operating as an individual. So your ideas are pieces of a picture, of a motion picture, of a freaking puzzle, son. They keep you separated because they know when the God rays come together, man, the way how our minds work, bruh. Look what we doing with all this degenerate stuff, son. You know what I mean? With a little bit of mental energy they got left, man, they be coming up with some wild ish. Just imagine if we start focusing our minds to vibrate on that high etheric level. Man, we would shape shift this whole dimension. We would send codes to the damn sun to change this whole dimension, son. You want to see a planet morph? You talk about morphing? Ain't like no mighty morphin Power Rangers, man. We the real mighty morphin power. We can make anything morph with our minds. We make people morph with our minds. We can make planets morph with our minds. Why you think the beasts always use a carbonated being as a damn fuse to get their rituals to succeed? Because they're using that energy to morph their images into this reality. But your friends, you don't have friends. You have interlink programs that y'all play together. Y'all simulate together. And that goes for your girlfriends and your boyfriends, your husbands, your wives, even your damn kids. Because a lot of these kids came into this world because Shorty gave you good head. Shorty had a fat butt. Your pull-out game is weak. or he was hung like a horse. He had a nice car, a nice smile. You like his braids. He had a lot of money. You got a lot of matrix babies. You don't have no solar babies. Your babies came into existence by a program that you downloaded and you simulated having sex. You didn't have real sex. You simulated sex. You had sex based on egotistical descriptions. That's artificial sex. You have many dimensions of artificial sex. Dildos is one, with these dykes out here. That's one way of artificial sex. Watching porn is another way of artificial sex. You sitting up there watching porn, beating off on a screen. You artificial sex. You know why you do that? Because you don't have what it takes to birth souls in this dimension. So all you could do is mess around with some damn spirits, electricity, a freaking robot. You beating off to a robot. A TV is a freaking robot. They showed you that in artificial, well, they ain't show that to you in artificial intelligence, but artificial intelligence, they were showing you that these people was having sex with bots. But because they made the bot look like a man, that's the only depiction a man or a woman could see a robot as. No, your damn phone is a robot. Your TV, your computer is a robot. You watching porn on your computer, TV, phone, wherever you watching it, that's a robot. You having sex with a robot. You can't really have sex with a robot. You have to artificially have sex with a robot. How you do that? By beating off watching a porn. You having sex with a bot. You can't really have sex with a damn dildo. These dykes, what they do, they strap on and they act like they having sex. I'm pretty sure they're gonna have, they probably already got it, but they probably gonna have dildos out there that's gonna start ejaculating fluid. You know what I'm saying? Take it up another notch. Or take it down another notch. The hell with up. Because if you raising up, you ain't dealing with none of that. You got girls that got vibrators. Artificial fellatio. Having sex with a machine. Why? Because you have fully downloaded the simulation of the matrix. Therefore, all of the activities that you engage in is artificial. You assume that you have real friends, but people advocate you in fading yourself out of existence by giving you cigarettes, liquor, having you listen to weak ass music, watch BS movies, and just waste energy. Waste energy. You know what I mean? Wasting energy, B. Straight up. Wasting energy. You don't have friends. That's an illusion. Excuse me. That's an illusion. You know what I mean? An illusion. Your girlfriend is an illusion. That's why if you don't keep pumping her with these stimulus packages, you know, your gifts, which is programs that has been installed in the matrix by way of people who created it with their ideas. If you don't keep downloading programs into her by way of these gifts, she'll leave your ass. They got these girls running a bot consciousness talking about, I don't want to be with no man if he ain't buying me nothing. You come from a realm where there is no money. You come from a realm where there is no matter. Now you in a realm that has matter, and you telling me you can't be with a man or a woman if they don't buy you stuff? That's a program that they simulate. They simulate in a program. Multiplayer. And you have a bunch of people that simulate that program, and these people all meet up where? At the bar. Just like you have, they showed you in that movie, artificial intelligence when they had the no good robots in the junkyard. It had what it was. It was like some arena where they had them getting killed, executed for the humor of for the participants in the audience. Robots was getting violated, cut, burnt, and all that acid, battery acid, whatever it was. They was pouring all on them, just violating them because they was the robots that was rejected by society. In other words, people had advanced robots, and those robots didn't have what it takes, so they got tossed to the wayside. So when you look at people all up in bars, or even these people up in clubs, those are the ones who didn't have what it takes to vibrate on a God level, so they got tossed to the wayside, so they all hang out together. They all tell their problems, talk about, well, you know, this man ain't this or this woman ain't that, but hey, y'all all in the club, the bar, you know what I'm saying, which have to do with the vehicles, the vessels that didn't have what it takes to exercise discipline on a high level. And there's a hell of people, there's a bunch of players in that lobby. That bar is a lobby where they all meet and they all play. What do they play? They simulate drinking alcohol. Because they even tell you rules about drinking alcohol. Do not consume this too much or you might get alcohol poisoning. If you get this, resort to vomiting. If you drink too much of this, resort to vomiting. If you drink too much and you inebriated, do not drive. Can't participate in that simulation of driving if you inebriated because it impairs your ability to run the program. It doesn't impair your consciousness. It impairs your ability to run the program. You have to have a certain level of a mental accessibility to run the program known as driving. When you drink, you cripple that. In other words, you can't run certain programs simultaneously in this dimension. So when you see these people up in the bar, they simulating getting drunk. Getting drunk. Now I know people might be like, what are you talking about? They simulating getting drunk because they really are drunk. Realistically speaking, they're not really drunk. Their vessels are just vibrating extremely low because they congested a certain alchemical fluid that impaired their vessel. But they, the soul or the spirit, is not drunk. The soul or the spirit could never get drunk. But the vessel becomes so lowered in the energy that it begins to act like a retard. They start slurring their speech. They can't walk straight. That's because the energy that's flowing through their body is now all out of whack and is not stable. So when you're looking at somebody that's drunk, you're looking at somebody who is unstable energy-wise. Because if you look at slow people, retarded people, they are unstable energy-wise. They walk like drunk people, talk like drunk people, look like drunk people. The only difference between them and a drunk is that they don't smell drunk. They are fixated that way because their bodies are damaged. But when the people get drunk, what they do is place their body in a realm that operates as if it was damaged like a retard. And they do lower energetic things. Light a cigarette backwards. Dumb-ish. You know what I'm saying? So they simulating getting drunk. They not really drunk. Because who are they? For the humans, it's a spirit inside that body. And for the carbonated beings, it's a soul inside that body. A soul or a spirit cannot get drunk. It can't get drunk. You know what I'm saying? It cannot. What happens is that the body comes into a certain state that the soul now is unable to process the necessary energy which is needed to manipulate it physically, because everything is all out of whack. You know what I mean? So it's a bunch of players in that lobby known as the bar. This whole reality is a simulated experience. I don't even think y'all understand when I say that this is an illusion. I don't even think these people understand how powerful that word illusion is. I mean, everything in your life. It's not just certain things. Everything. Every freaking thing is a freaking illusion, man. You know what I mean? Like, realistically speaking, you have no parents. I know that might sound crazy. You don't have parents and you don't have kids. What you are looking at internally is souls. Souls that were trapped in the spirit world, and what you did was created a portal for them to jump into. That portal turned into a vessel. Don't think that a portal is how Hollywood programmed you to see a portal. A portal has to do with a way or a bridge on how one can occupy a dimension that they are not currently in. That's what a portal is. A portal, a transference of energy. When you're looking at these bridges, like they got Brooklyn Bridge and Manhattan Bridge, those are portals. It's a dumbed down version of a portal. When you're looking at your physical body, that is a portal. You move in and out of dimensions with this body that your soul or your spirit normally wouldn't move through. You know what I mean? Normally wouldn't move through in this channel. Let me put it like that, because it could go in it. The soul could go in any dimension, but in this channel, in order for the soul to actually be in this channel without a physical body, it would have to manipulate its vibration where it would look somewhat like a hologram. You know what I'm saying? It would have to manipulate the vibration of the soul where the soul would look somewhat like a hologram, a transparent hologram, to be in this reality. Manipulating. You know what I mean? Hold on for a second, cuz. So when you look at, you know what I'm saying, you're simulating it's all a simulation, man. You don't really have a mother or father. That's how powerful the illusion is. I know these people are gonna lose their mind when they hear me say that. But these are some of the phases that you go through when you are disconnecting from the illusion. You begin to realize. And when I say that you don't really have a mother or a father, most people, I ain't gonna say most, the ones who take that wrong are the emotional ones, the egotistical ones. They would immediately frown their face when you say that. But those who's on that path to becoming that ether being, they know exactly what I mean. They know that all you did, your soul, came through a genetic manufacturer known as who you think your mother is. They assisted in creating a God body for God to use. That's it. That is it. That is it. You don't have genetic ties with carbonated people. You have a etheric link to them. You don't have genetic ties to nobody. You have an etheric link. The first body is the ether body, and you have an etheric link to them. Not no genetic ties. Genetics when they talk about this genetic, like this website they got where you track your ancestors, what is it, ancestry, you know what I'm saying, and all that crap, they trying to keep you in matter, man. You have an etheric link which is beyond matter. When they trying to tell you have a genetic tie, they trying to keep you in a realm of matter by saying, well, you know, you started here in Africa, or you started on Earth, or you started over here in Scotland, or wherever they say, trying to say you start at. No, we ain't started no freaking Earth. We ain't start, period. You know what I mean? You have an etheric link. You don't have parents. You don't have kids. You don't have a dog. You don't have a house. You know what I mean? You ain't got friends. That's an illusion. And when you vibrating on that mental frequency, it would not affect you egotistically. because it would be clear as day. It would be clear as day, and you would be unemotional about it. But for those who can't raise their vibration, right now they hitting the screen with the error glitch look on their face. They like, what the hell this guy talking? I'm talking about I ain't got no mama. What? So who is this right here? That's a medium you're looking at. That woman that you call your mother is a medium. That vehicle is a medium. You're looking at a cell that is being manipulated on a multi-dimensional ether level. You're looking at a cell that is being manipulated on a multi-dimensional ether level. And the cells have the ability to reproduce itself. What's the purpose of the bodies? So the souls could utilize it in physical dimensions. It's not your mother you're looking at. That is a soul inside of that body. And, you know, as I stated before, these people cry at funerals because they never made the connection with who they claim they love. Never. They never made that etheric connection. And they always going to begin to cry. They always going to feel because they vibrating hella low. Always. You know what I'm saying? They always. Just imagine the reality that you actually made a connection with who you think your mother is. You actually communicated with her soul firsthand. When your mother, quote unquote, pass away, die, would you cry? Nah. Because you know, if you made a connection with the soul, then that means you could telepathically communicate with that energy force anytime. Anytime. You could communicate with that force anytime. That image could be projected in front of you, and you could communicate with that person anytime. So what's there to cry about? You're crying because you got the mind of a damn baby. You don't understand how physics work. You don't understand how energy could be shifted into matter. You don't understand how it works. So you cry. When you crying, you're simulating pain. Your feelings are a simulation, as I stated before. When you cry, you simulate pain. When you laugh, you simulate joy. When you feel afraid, you're simulating fear. That is not real. When you, the soul, come out the body, there is no crying. There is no happy, no joy. There is no fear. That only exists in the computer known as your body. You know what I mean? But yo, I'm about to get up out of here. You ain't got no damn friends. Get over it. I mean, you lonely, cuz you lonely. But yo, y'all already know what it is, man. It's a quick little breakup right there, man. A bunch of cells interlinking, son. I stated before, that's why they could take any piece of your body off. It could be a little nano piece, and they could find cells in it. Why they find cells in it? Because it is a cell. You know what I'm saying? You have the authentic nanotechnology floating around in your body. It's called cells. Nanotechnology. Nano just means small. Your cells is authentic nanotechnology. Your white blood cells, red blood cells, your green blood cells, purple blood cells, green blood cells, yellow blood cells, violet cells, saliva cells, your eye cells, your skin cells. Yo, that's nanotechnology, man. You see, when nanotechnology works in complementary with each other, it interlinks. When it interlinks now, it simulates the program of what a body looks like. Just like you see these people out here interlinking simulating thoughts programs, which is activities, simulating playing tennis, simulating baseball, football. They interlink and simulate in a program. Your cells have interlink, trillions of them, which is a body that houses particles. The particles would be the soul that's inside of the cell. So your body is not so much made up of cells, it's made up of energy. What energy? You, the soul. You, the soul. You, the soul, made your own body. Now I know that goes way beyond what the hell these people talking about. But hey, when you understand how energy works and how it could shape shift into matter, then you know exactly what it is. You're looking at cellular, authentic nanotechnology in the carbon body. Now you have artificial nanotechnology, which is your melanin. You know what I mean? Your melanin. But yo, I'm about to get up out of here. This video's starting to get long. You already know what it is. We the guard race, man. I raise up. We ain't got no friends, sinner.